recording. I gotta do this too.
You could change my deck name to Baby's First Roto, and explain.
Is this actually your first Roto?
And explain why I'm gonna lose.
I mean, you might not lose.
No, I'm taking it as a trial run.
All right, well, it's your first Roto. Let's do a little deck tech. So tell us about your deck here.
Well, it's just some black-green, trying to do some value stuff. I had no idea what Bolas' Citadel was doing in the cube, so I picked it second after Blood Artist.
Decided to find out.
And I'm going for the 20 OHKO. Just try to get 10 squirrels on the board, and maybe Blood Artist knock out somebody for 20.
I think you can do it. I mean, some cards in here are going to be a nightmare for James. Squirrel Nest, Poison Tip Archer.
I think those are going to be a
Sling
nightmare
Gang
for
Lieutenant.
me too because of the double pips, but I guess we'll see.
Simply have it. Simply always have it.
I noticed that Anthony did not supply me my Ixalan basic lands. As
You did make an explicit request.
Explicitly requested. I actually probably have enough that I could have brought my own.
Rude
Oh,
behavior.
sorry, I'm still shuffling my deck. Here, please do it again.
No, you're good.
And while you're doing
I trust
that,
you.
James, give us another quick rundown of your deck.
Yeah, playing a Rakdos Zombies deck. Kind of wanted to try out how the Zombies synergies were still feeling in the cube. I used to draft this deck a lot, almost a year or two ago, and I kind of there's 5 zombies that I lovingly refer to as the Pentagon, because I meant to say pentagram and then said the wrong word, because I do that a lot.
Official.
So that's Plague Belt, or I'm sorry, that's Relentless Dead, Carrion Feeder, Crypt Breaker, Gravecrawler, and
Diagraph Colossus.
Diagraph Colossus. So
Plague Belcher doesn't even make the Pentad.
no, I honestly I think Plague Belcher and Liliana's Devotee are probably not very good in my deck.
Really? Devotee, I think, is quite good in this cube overall.
I think it's good in this cube. I think I'm so low to the ground that 3 mana for a semi-lord that I very rarely will have the 2 mana to spend after something dies is not where I want to be. So,
I even forget it's a Lord, and I still think it's good. It's just good as a 2/3 that pumps out.
I think I'd much
2/2s.
rather be playing On Crop Crasher or Scrapwork Mud.
I respect your commitment to the bit, though.
Yeah.
You got to commit to the bit.
And it's a lord that's not its own lord type, which
That's also a problem.
which helps for the Witch's Vengeance in my sideboard.
All right,
You have to get a little closer to that mic. That is
I
one
looked at my
annoying
hand,
thing.
but-
You can rotate it around and
Yeah, I've been fiddling with it.
Get
so
it to
we'll
where-
have to see.
you have to actually rotate it only clockwise. If you turn it counterclockwise
loosen
around the
up.
axis here.
Unthread it.
Now I see that you've got 2 normal dice there, but would you like to do high roll with these dice?
I'll call evens odds, and we'll somehow perform the math operations necessary. So you
Okay.
just look through the mic to see the board then.
So wait, evens and odds?
I'll call that the sum is even.
I'm glad it looked confident because I was just guessing.
You said evens.
Is it gonna? Does this work?
All right, you got it.
Is this same? Is it even
Negative
distribution of evens and odds when you roll 2?
I have no idea.
Yes,
What do you mean
because
it doesn't matter.
Well, hold on.
it doesn't matter because one odd number and one even number is an odd number, and 2 of either is even.
So it doesn't matter if they're
Either of
positive or
them-
negative.
Either of them is a 50-50.
As long as doesn't matter the number of dice or the number of faces, as long as they all have an even amount of faces.
Yeah, you can't have an odd number of dice in there. That makes sense. All right. Anyway, who won? What happened?
No, you
I'll
can
take
have
the play.
an odd number of dice, but you can't have
7 face die or whatever.
yeah.
Because
My buddy was saying
And
you
I
could even have, as long as one of the dice is fair, the rest of them can be completely broken unfair dice, and it still wouldn't matter. Think
what
about
would even
that.
constitute an unfair dice in that situation?
Like a loaded die.
Well, you couldn't have a dice that.
a dice that
You're saying if you had a die that had only odd numbers in the faces, that wouldn't matter as long as you had one fair dice,
No,
which
yeah, like
makes
a,
sense.
Like
'cause
a
you're-
tool, a tampered with die that is
yes, it's something
predisposed
that
to
would,
land
always
on
do
a
six,
specific
for
face.
example. Or
Yeah.
even one that 6 faces that say 6.
Yeah, like that. Like my dummy dice, that my
All right,
craps
I'm gonna
dice.
keep my hand.
Yeah, I'm throwing it back.
Here.
My craps dice, where one of them is all 5s and one of them is 2s.
I'll
and
just go
6s
ahead and show
only,
it.
and
Give
keep-
us a little tour here, James.
Yeah. It's fine.
Oh, am I
Not-
supposed to
nothing
be-
stellar.
Just don't look at the screen. Yeah.
This is frustrating.
Yes, I know. That's specifically why I took well, I guess that's a
Do you
spoiler.
have a way to
I do.
boost the
Yeah. You took a card that I was actually pretty keen on pretty early.
red one?
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't forget that. Well, I'm not gonna say. Yeah, you're right. You can't say anything. Don't want to tip your hand to Nate.
because there is very few 1-mana removal I found in that there's only shock plus 7.
Do you want to show your hand real
Yeah,
quick?
there's a lot more
Nate,
black.
just lay it down on the
not,
table.
Not,
Someone else
particularly,
took
but
shock.
sure.
But you did. So I was like, I have to take
All
it.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, hand's a hand.
maybe you should have taken the other one first.
We have the
No, I'm happy with shock.
classic
I
Swamp Pass.
honestly don't know like which one is better.
All right, draw.
Swamp Pass sounds like swamp ass.
Got
I
him.
have
19.
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay,
I've certainly never
I'll
suffered
get a
such
swamp and
malady.
I'll play carrion feeder,
resolves.
and then I will pass the turn after that. I do all those things.
Too many windows to manage.
I'm gonna play a forest and a Legion Vanguard.
Yep.
And ship it, as we say back home.
Guess I can close these for now because we're not actually
Shipping and handling. You know.
makes it easier.
I'll play Dreadhorde Arcanist.
Cool.
Past you. Can't wait to block with my carry.
I have to consult my tokens. Drawing such a card, which Anthony parted out so cleanly for me.
Such a nice man. Except for when he didn't give you the correct basics you requested.
I've got a mortar pod.
You got a mortar pod.
So this one is a free sack to deal a damage. 0/1. Blah blah blah. I guess that'll do me. Whiffed attack. Oh well. This is the warm-up game, right? I always lose.
What?
those.
This is an 0-1, correct?
An 0/1 with a sacrifice to ping activation.
Okay. I'll bedeck the.
That's +3/-3.
Correct.
Yeah, I gotta let that happen.
All right, I'm going to go to combat, and I will attack you for 2.
So, all right, double check this card that I love so dearly. You've got a black up.
It is a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta play Logana's Devotee in your deck.
Yeah.
Buy 80.
Sure. Let's see what happens. I'm just gonna do this.
Are you blocking first?
No, trample wouldn't.
Oh, it
make-
has trample.
It wouldn't make a difference.
It has trample.
It has trample.
What the fuck? Okay. Yeah. I guess.
Just in case.
I mean, if he wants to sag, like, obviously
I-
it doesn't matter, but if he wants to sag,
It was incentive for him to sacrifice. You want the extra damage? You got to do it. So I take 1.
Yeah, you take 1.
19 all.
19.
And
Some.
I'm passing the turn after that.
No, you're both at
yes,
19.
you're right. You're right. Forgot about that.
I'm saying it for a reason because it's hard to see. So
We've got a land and
Oh, no.
right back to you.
Interesting.
I'm in danger.
Dark Ritual, Citadel.
Tell me about it. The pain.
Judith?
And that one pings me whenever something else dies.
It's like a attack lord.
Any
I
target.
don't know if there's a word for that. A banner?
It's an Oriflame. Half of an Oriflame. I'm gonna actually. Sure, that's fine.
Okay, I'd like to go to combat.
You got it.
I'll attack you for 2.
I will Nightmare Judith.
Okay, I'll deal 1 to you.
So you still take 2,
I block it with my
just
hand.
more differently.
And then I'll pass the turn to you.
19.
All right, we've got a Courser of Krufix.
Sure.
Does it resolve?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Time
Never
walk.
didn't have it.
Gain a life?
Gain a life. There's my new land. Reveal a new card.
Also, Kruvix is also a problem for James.
I'm gonna
I have a
quit.
lot of removal spells for 4 toughness
I've
creatures.
got a... Well, yeah.
And then I'll ship it.
All right.
Seems like a very strong card in Skibble.
And it went so late.
All right, I'm going to Terminal Agony.
That's
Oops,
just destroy
there's
a creature.
one of them.
I will shoot you with it.
I'll attack you for 1.
I'll take it.
Past you.
No more information for you.
Gotta stop that life gain. Yeah, that's Bolas' Citadel mana. Hold on a sec.
You're right, it is.
Oh!
Hell yeah.
All right, so this is my literal first time ever having this card on
Yeah.
the battlefield.
You're about to have a very fun time.
Well, no, this is going to be a land that I've already played this turn, so
Well, don't worry. You'll have a fun time later.
You can look at it.
I may look at it.
Is it the Ixalan? Is it Ixalan? Or Strixhaven? What was it?
It is not from those sets.
Wow.
I passed my turn.
Interesting.
Lovely. It's all right. Maybe we got some time. We'll see.
Yeah, you had
You're at 17. You got some time to play with here.
All right, moment career.
You got it. F6. F8.
All right, attack, trigger.
Is there anything relevant in there yet? Everything's 2.
Everything's
the
2.
only one
Dazzle
more
is
right now.
that's 8, right?
Yeah.
so
So-
nothing
All
yet.
right,
at
I'll
least.
take 2, and I'm gonna cast Read the Bones.
Is the Destroy an instant?
I should probably
madness
Terminal
spell?
Agony is a sorcery.
do it like
Oh,
that.
that doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter though. Yeah. But it is 4 mana, so
I'll do like that. So I'll draw 2.
I love that.
I'm not very good with the mic, unfortunately.
A natural like me.
Yeah, pass to you.
I'm going to draw a card, and then I'm going to look at my top card. Look, Julian, you're going to have to chill. You're going to have to just be like the viewers.
No, you need to show it to the viewers.
Oh, yeah, let's test,
content.
let's test that. I got to
that's
pivot my
too
wrist
much work. Don't
properly.
worry about that.
Could you get like some clear plastic something or other? Okay, how should I do this one?
I did at one point imagine possibly putting up like a battleship screen in between the two sides of the battlefield to do like a face-up draft format, or
Right.
like a draft format that's not face-up, but you can like see the 2 players drafting. You know,
Deck me 2 life, please. I'm going to cast an unkicked Sapperling Migration.
That's pretty good.
that's what's up. Oops, I took that from James.
I think it was hard to get with mana. I don't know if you want to do that. I'm just pointing out the rules.
You're not allowed to pay mana with Bolas' Citadel, according to the words on the card. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana
But
cost.
the
rather
kicker
than...
is not it's additional cost, not an alternate casting.
Oh, that's what you're saying? No,
So-
I don't want to kick it.
Okay, well, that's
I have cards in my hand.
Okay, yeah. I'm not telling you what play to make. I'm just
Okay,
telling you that's
thank
the
you for
rule
the...
interaction.
Very well. Okay. All right.
I have one major complaint about Bolas' Citadel, a card that I otherwise love, which is that I think it should drain your opponent for 10 when you sacrifice 10 things, instead of just like you should
Especially
give you
since
10
it costs
life.
a tap.
Yeah, it
Like,
should
you
give
can
you
only
10
do it
life.
once.
It's so cool that it
turn.
like lets you then like play more cards with it. I feel like that would be such a nice little way to tie it together. It's not like it'd be materially better in any format where it's actually good.
Drop me down one more. I'm going to cast
Do you
Village
think
Rites.
it's better
Ooh.
flavor-wise?
No, I think it's better that it like feeds itself. It's like a little engine.
Oh yeah, but like it's more like you just take everything you got and you like bring yourself to nothing, but you finish off your enemy.
Yeah, but you can still do. Yeah, I don't know.
You got some cards.
kinda like a
I don't know who has
Firework
like Disfigure or
Sights
whatever.
kind of
I know you have
card.
Ulcerate. I know that much. All right. Take me down to one more for a Viscera Seer. What am I
Okay.
at now?
11.
12?
11. I just pressed the wrong button yet again. Gotta like turn this a little bit. So I
One
can-
more for Nested Shambler.
This is how you do it.
I'm at 10.
This is how you Citadel. Did you sack one of the squirrels, or is that representing 2 squirrels?
There was a Village Rites.
Sack-
I sacked a Sapperling.
Oh, you village riced. I
One
see.
of my 2 best buds. I'm gonna pay 4 and sacrifice another Sapperling for the Blood for Bones that was on top when I had no creatures.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's pretty
bring
cool.
Courser back to the board.
Seems
and
good.
Vanguard back to my hand.
Uh-oh.
So you can play lands from the top of your deck?
In 2 ways.
It's revealed, correct?
Now
it
it's
is now revealed.
Now
yeah.
everybody can just look on in awe. I'm at 10. Put me to 8.
Still haven't found a land, amazingly.
It's revealed.
Yes. Well, kind of got my pick here. Just can't don't want to die is the thing. Put me to 6. I'll play a land
Yeah.
for my turn.
Gain a life.
Look at this. Popping off.
But
You are playing against the red deck. I'm not sure I would keep going. I think it's just a pretty good turn already.
and I will.
Up here so people can see it.
Yes,
Everybody knows
please.
what's going on.
I will cast Weaponcraft Enthusiast.
Look at all those O1s.
That's 10 now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4,
X1s.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 10. Assuming you make 2 0 1s.
1/1s.
1 1s, yeah, sorry.
Nothing was on the board at the beginning of the turn, so I guess I'll. Just...
Isn't this so cool? Such a fun card.
It's nerve-wracking, to be honest. And I'll pass.
Is that it? You sure? You don't want to keep going?
It?
I think I'm good for now.
All right.
Is that all? I think you're like it's compulsory that you go far enough to find a land. You gotta do that.
Yeah,
you
at
know,
least that.
bare minimum.
I have one in my hand, so I could have just done that. But
No.
who wants
No,
to
you gotta go far enough to find
No,
a
it's
land
not
off the top.
valid.
That doesn't actually help, does it?
I do love that the first hit was ineligible to be cast.
Yeah, sometimes you get to have
Alright.
that turn. The turn you play the Citadel.
Dire Fleet,
And boy, does that feel
Daredevil.
good.
I'm going to exile the Convoke thing, but I don't think I can actually Convoke, if I recall correctly.
No, I think it just gains flashback due to its mana cost. It doesn't.
So I'm going to...
Well, if that's
No, you
convoke
may
and
cast-
flashback.
It does not
Yeah.
get. It does not
Yeah.
give it flashback
Yeah.
like Snapcaster does.
Oh, it doesn't.
Just
It
you
just-
may-
Okay,
you may
I would
cast
like
it and
to
you may
sequence
spend
differently
mana as
then.
anything.
I think you can still convoke it.
Yes.
Okay,
And
so
with flashback, you would also be able to convoke it.
in that case, I'm going to play the
As long, yeah, as
Gravecrawler.
long as the spell has.
I'm
Convoke.
going to play the Dire Fleet Daredevil. I'm going to still exile that, and I will Convoke it to kill your Priest of the Forgotten Gods.
Okay. In response, I will
Sack my entire board.
throw it to the Viscera Seer.
You want...
I feel like I should have just cast it now, but I guess.
You can just draw it.
wonder what could it be scrying?
Yeah, right. Courser will be my downfall. Sure. Let's just see. I'm not that attached to that card. We've got a Lampad now.
All
That's
right,
a
let's
good
go to
one.
the next one.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's it?
I mean, I don't know how he beats that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like
Sweet.
he's really got to cheese you at that point.
I love when I don't have to do the game actions that I.
break.
Oh, Blood Artist next? Okay, cool. Sweet. Well, hey, you know what? I call this a huge personal dub.
And you retire.
Maybe. Especially since there was mull into 4 basics, Citadel, and the Vanguard.
Yeah.
Good enough.
So Vanguard exploring works pretty well with the Citadel.
Yes. That's one of the. It actually was one of the last things that I took because it just seems like, is this really that good? But I guess I think it is. Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
Really, I think I'm just gonna board this in because I want to see if it does anything.
You know, I love a low curving deck, but I do feel like in both these matchups, you've kind of just like struggled to not have enough gas in the tank. Like have cards that are big
Yeah,
enough.
That
once the
was
game
my
gets to that
concern
stage.
with this particular build of the deck.
Is that it's not fast enough and also not big enough? It's like kind of neither.
Well, I think it can go super big. It just really requires...
Your opponent not have interaction.
Yeah.
No removal, please.
I mean, there wasn't much.
That's true. There was basically
It
nothing.
was like
My deck does not have a lot of interaction.
Well, yeah, that's why I said
Just, like,
no
trade-
interaction.
Trade a little bit, play a in a convincing way, play a Bolas Citadel, and win.
I love playing Bolas Citadel though.
I mean, yeah, the 2-drop being just a 1 trade that didn't do anything.
Gotta design a new cube I can play Bolas Citadel in. Oh, I forgot. It's my classical cube. Never mind. It's fine. We got a place to play it.
That would be really cool. Like, how much could you do with the cards being like either mostly completely fair?
Part of me
or
just wants to side this
really
in
messed
because
I mean, nobody's complained about Bolas Citadel in that cube yet.
Someone played it yet.
Yeah, people play it.
I don't want to do that much sideboarding. Okay, I'm just gonna.
You were on the draw last time, right?
I was on the draw.
Being able to play will help.
Yep, I hope so.
I will say that was a real bummer of a Dreadhorde Arcanist, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've got so many hits. I've got over 7. I'm pretty sure.
I always found it to be pretty
Alright.
lackluster in non-blue decks.
Yeah, that's fair.
It definitely
it
is
is a
really good
zombie.
in black-red in the Bun Magic cube, but there, it's easy to have like
The
9
ceiling
1-drops in your
on
deck.
in black, red, and like similar decks, the ceiling is still really high, but it's a lot more inconsistent than in any blue deck, where you like, as long as you have one cantrip, you can just chain into one other, like
Mhm.
you can just chain into one anything, and like even if you have like 12 hit in your black red deck, that is great. Like sometimes you just won't hit them, and
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be bad, and that's it.
It's just so good with
and
Thought Seizes. Take your shit again.
Yeah, or maybe you only hit Duchesses and you need to like put
Alright.
you like a little bit behind on board.
I think I
they
know
don't
how I'm
have anything in hand,
sideboarding.
Like the cantrip are
Just bringing these in because I think, on average, they're going to be a little bit better than these.
I should
This
say
maybe
my
not. We'll see. But I feel strongly about this one. I think this one's just good, and then I'm pretty sure I should be main decking this over this.
One of my favorite cards there. Love that card.
In the past, card advantage, or I've always been super impressed with the card that I'm citing out. This one. So, but I think I made a bet, and I made a bad one. All right, I'll be on the play.
I'm gonna try cutting these cards for these cards. Since I said I don't have that much interaction, I'm gonna lie.
I'll never see it coming.
I forgot I could just lie. I hate this game.
That is, I think, one of my favorite. I think you should leave skits.
Oh yeah, it's one that I think a lot of people don't have like high in their brain space.
Oh, that's just the delivery. I forgot I could just lie. Was
The
so
casting, like that guy is the perfect face for that whole interaction.
just really what makes it for me is the haircut. He's just got
Yep.
he's just got a haircut for
Also,
a guy
I
that
love
would do
playing
that.
game in small groups.
Yeah.
Just a slight delay
Seeing if I could block it with my hand any more
to prevent
proficiently.
frame rate.
All right, I think I'm
Drops.
gotta keep. This will be neat if I can do it. Yeah.
I'm gonna give mine a shot because I got a game to give, and it could easily draw into one of my more powerful cards being on the board.
All right, ready?
Yep.
I'll play Vista and pass to you.
We're gonna do a swamp, and sure, we'll play a Viscera Seer.
All right. I will go get a mountain.
Get a nice seer on the board.
That Viscera. Dude just smells like a smokehouse.
Very disquieting, James.
All right. I'll draw for turn.
I gotta get serious. Gotta put my thumb holders.
Oh, you got thumb holes? Look out.
What am I running? Sure.
Putting it in speed mode.
All right.
Got this from a race that I did.
Play Rick's Mighty Reveler. I'm gonna discard this Diagraph Colossus and draw. Past you.
We'll play a forest. That was not a dig at you. That was
I don't think anybody would have noticed or said anything had you not drawn attention to
that
it.
was a reflex. Okay.
Every time he sees a forest.
Actually, I more commonly think of Welt and Stumpf because one of my buddies is German and we play with his basics sometimes in his mirrored-in cube.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do.
One of my buddy's dads growing up was British and had a British accent, and he just couldn't tell when we were making fun of him because.
It sounds cool.
Well, I think it's just
Sounds
like,
normal.
he spent a lot of time in America, but had this like, root of a British accent, and it was just like it kind of sounded normal to him when we like subtly made fun of him. It was good.
You're just doing a good job.
Because everyone had been making fun of him the whole time.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Jeez.
2-2s, baby.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't come here to not cast Blood Artist, so I'll pass.
Oh, right. You got a Blood Artist.
Is that Anthony? There he is.
Is that Anthony
Even more people here than I expected.
lovingly curated my 6
You could grab
Berlin
another
schematics?
chair at the top of the stairs, and there's probably room behind Nate to hang out.
God.
I would like to declare my position as the not self-proclaimed nemesis of James.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I got so many nemesis.
Oh, good.
What is it, Nemesi?
One of the nemesis.
I'll play Judith.
Sure.
I'm going to attack for 3.
No blocks.
Nemesis
take
of
3.
Jamesies.
Pass to you.
I'm gonna play a swamp.
I think like I've also said Max is my nemesis.
Max is everyone's nemesis, I think, to a certain
Dude,
Sure.
Max loves to just troll people.
I don't think that's
I actually
true.
think
I
on the
think he
other
just loves
side,
to delight
probably gonna
himself,
be
and
easier.
yeah.
Or you can just actually probably right
I'll
next to Julian is probably fine.
ping 1.
Actually, no. I'll sacrifice to Scry.
Okay.
Alright.
I still take 1 though from that, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
because it's Blood
so
Artist
drained
dies-
for 1.
Dies either way.
You take 1, you gain
that on the
1,
bottom.
and then did you ping something with Judith?
I did. I pinged the Blood Artist, which was sacrificed
Okay,
to the Viscera
gotcha.
Seer.
and
Just try to
then
keep up.
A lamp pad.
Make sure I don't screw up things.
Or no, attack for 1. Sorry.
Anthony, you would have
I'll
loved
take 1.
last game.
I take 1 from Viscera Seer.
Bolas of Citadel popped
It
off.
popped
Went
off.
extremely dummy.
In ways
kept-
that
kept-
I didn't fully understand.
Kept
but I was
basically
just
5 lands Bolas of Citadel, and it was great.
along for the ride. Coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You can
block.
pull it inside. Yeah, there you go.
Is that the dummy check? Is that what we call a dummy check?
I don't have to tell you.
Rhetorical question.
All right. I'll take 2 and play Read the Bones.
Got him.
Dragged.
Well, look, I checked it. I passed the check.
That's a good one.
We can call it something else. Or name check is fine.
No. Little punished. Not too punished. All right. I'll play a Sulphur Spring for turn, and I'll play a Bomat Courier.
Sure.
And I'll pass to you.
Did you bring the Ixalan basics?
Yeah, I'm missing my.
Nate
Ixalan
did
basics that I
explicitly request
requested of you.
Ixalan basics.
It was a verbal request, so it's okay.
Maybe I can play James and you can go get them.
No, just recording. Streaming is too much sometimes.
I'm gonna. No, let's do this.
I
No,
didn't.
I didn't.
No, no damage.
I went to because he said tap Sulphurous Springs, but I didn't touch it because he
I
said
see.
to
Yeah,
cast
yeah.
Bomat Courier.
I'm gonna cast Poison Tip Archer.
Can I read this card?
It's like Blood Artist, but less. And
Poison
more.
tip problem for James.
Okay, cool. Not worried.
And then we are rumbling for this one.
I'll take 1.
You got it. And then I ship it.
That's actually pretty cool.
No, it's not.
So this, that, not quite. Okay, I'll unearth Judith.
Nice. I hate it. That's cool.
I love Unearth. Ugh, what a card.
Yeah, crazy.
Are you putting the new one in your queue?
I don't think so. No, the new Unearth, the Helping Hand, the white one.
Bedeck.
Honestly, just because I don't want to make it that much easier to do the multi-Luris situation.
Spend nerfs.
I love blue Luris decks, though,
I'll
so
try.
much.
Just
Your spell
make a
doesn't
custom
resolve.
Luris that has a
Oh, no.
blue pipe.
I mean, trust me, I've thought about it.
All right, I'd like to go to combat.
I bet you would.
I will attack for 5. Trigger.
Trigger!
I'm at 18. That's fine.
Take 5. Now you're 13.
I'll pass the turn.
And that's math, baby.
We're gonna cast Courser.
Sure.
Oh!
1 life, please.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. 1 life, please.
You already played a land.
Yeah, you can't play multiple lands a turn.
Look, I was set on the 2 life. Don't worry about it.
Houston, we got them.
You're allowed to try cheating.
You're allowed to have a little cheating as a treat.
It's fine.
And now
If you cheat, you don't get caught. Is it even cheating? Or is it just playing Magic?
Great question.
I'll just pass. And we're gonna hope for the best.
Oh man, this turn's gonna be sick.
Were you hoping for the best for James? Because it seems like that's what's going to happen.
All right. I would like to cast on crop
Uh-oh.
crasher.
Sure.
I would like to go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
I will attack with the team and exert on your Courser of Crufix.
You can't even do the thing, dummy.
Trigger.
Removes the anchor pressure from the sleeve.
No, you have to tap it
Let's
the
pull it
other
halfway
way.
out. Oh, no, no.
Okay. Oh boy.
So then what do you do when you untap? You untap it and it's like
Back to
25.
90.
Is that no? But
back to
when you untap, it's like 90 degrees. So like
It's like a spring. Every
3,
successive
4,
tap
So
5,
it's like
doesn't do as much.
25.
A lot.
It's like 25% tapped.
I mean, I can't control how much red mana I have.
I know. I would have maybe just done the other thing, though. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
It
This
would,
is so
it would
much
depend what I
cooler.
drew for turn, I think. Which was Swamp, right? Or is it the card in your hand right now?
I'm gonna double up on Judith.
Judah, 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 Judah!
Interesting.
What, you think these other cards are problems for me? They're just damage. That's all.
Perhaps you're surprised at how protective you are of your Courser of Crufix.
I can't block.
Oh, you exerted.
I
Never
mean,
mind.
I'm
sorry,
protected with my
I'm sorry.
life.
Sorry, it wasn't
I
clear
I made that unclear. Let's go back to.
You verbally made that as 110% clear. Just like my Ixalan.
Spent too long thinking about how to tap it. I forgot what you said about what you were doing with it.
Yeah. It's called oversplaining or misdirection, but it's like correct direction too much.
Miss overcorrecting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Go to 5 with the glare. Jeep.
Don't sweat it. It's fine.
4.
I'm not sweating it. I'm just. We have the means.
4, 6, 9, 5. Okay, I will order damage to 2 to the land pad.
Okay.
And then when it dies, I'll deal 1 to the land pad.
With that trigger, I will sacrifice the land pad.
Okay, so damage is happening. You're taking 9, right?
I take 7, no, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 9. But then it's a 1-point drain because this does not require you to sacrifice a different creature.
And
So
then-
wait, hold on. You take 9 and then gain 1 and he loses 1.
Yeah.
Correct. Pass the turn.
We'll untap, draw a card. Well, that's no use.
Simply shuffle it away.
And so 6 to 13. Okay.
It's just sleeping.
It's just drunk driving.
Maybe we need to open up
He's got 2.
some Amonkhet booster packs to get the exerted token.
Y'all welcome to hang out. You're also welcome to play your Roto match if you want. I don't.
Do that, yes.
Totally up to you.
I'm gonna put Squirrel Nest on this swamp.
Oh no.
How badly do I want Collective Night?
This is your deck?
Yeah.
I'm at 6.
So wait, I'm sorry. You drew something for turn.
Squirrel Nest.
Squirrel Nest for turn. I know you have a swamp in hand. Have you played that yet?
No.
Okay.
I played it last turn. Wait, I can play it again? I can play the same land twice? That's cool. Okay. with that
Anything's
in-
possible with the power of hacks.
Time for
And you have 1 in hand?
I have one in hand.
If we don't have access to this nightmare, that would be pretty cool. He's crashing, obviously.
It, it has aspirations of
Little
being a cheaty
caffeine-
face.
Caffeine rush.
It's in your hand.
No, I'm doing the old Dryad Arbor trick.
Yeah, I don't think that gets that much better if I do it this way. I'm gonna play my swamp for turn, gain 1 life.
Gain a life.
13. Pass the turn. Now he's normal now is the thing. Don't you see?
Did that exert your lands?
It was Bantu's last reckoning.
exert the lands you used to cast it.
Got a Squirrel Nest.
We have so many fun punch out.
All right,
counters
I'm
now
going
because
to
of
go to
these.
combat.
I going to do this.
Listen, that's just my
I didn't
voice.
hear it. I didn't hear anything.
All right.
It sounded normal.
I'll attack with both. Trigger.
I think you've done it. I question playing land before combat, but go ahead.
I mean, I
I
don't.
will make a
know.
speed bump.
Yeah, you got a speed.
A squirrel named Speed Bump.
And we'll go like this.
All right, I will sacrifice the Bomat Courier before damage. Discarding a Fiery Temper. I'll take 1.
That's nice.
I'll Fiery Temper the Courser.
Sure.
Put these into my hand. All right, go to damage.
I guess it's. You have how many cards in there? 4? 3?
What's that?
From-
I got 3
from-
cards in
from
my
Bomat?
hand.
Have you played a land this turn?
I have.
I questioned it, and I feel vindicated.
I think it's correct if I know I'm going to discard it.
Yeah,
Is
it's worth
I think so.
securing,
I
securing
don't think
this
so.
trade. Actually, I should think about this Vista. I'm curious how much the nightmare matters to me now. This is fine. We'll do this.
Trading?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Because your curve is so low, you don't need your 8th land.
Draw
Yeah, maybe.
a secret card.
I don't
and
know.
Not,
We'll
not
see.
look at this one. 7 to 12.
So I know you. I'm sorry. I know you have the removal spell. You didn't crack before. Okay.
I'm gonna crack this now. We did a 6. I'm gonna look at my top card. Okay. I'm gonna get a swamp. Have not played a land this turn. We're gonna cast Marionette Master.
That's a lot of tokens.
That's a lot of
and
tokens.
1 mirror pretending to
Man, I'm gonna get
belong.
rinsed this Roto, huh? Okay.
And then we'll come in for 2.
I'll take 2.
I think it's the first time I see someone make tokens with Marionette Masters.
Cool.
Does this drain or is it just
It's a you lose 1 life when artifacts die.
Okay. my go?
Until I giant growth it, that is.
It may also be the first time he sees a game not be over right away.
It's
You
another
used
card
to it
I-
in your artifact
Never
cube.
played
This
with
is a
it.
very different
He's the
environment.
designated
Well, I
driver.
was also thinking about the limited format where it's
Oh, sure, yeah.
it's pretty brutal.
It's 6.
draw.
I don't think you're gonna get riddance for what it's worth. I think this is actually maybe one of your worst matchups. His deck have so many creature card in it. They make little tokens.
This was really he was really the only person who I was drafting against. With like, I would have loved to have all these zombies doing this specific thing.
But then you'd be losing, so.
Well, no, not to be that deck. But have zombies in this deck.
No, I know.
Like, I would love Gravecrawler and Cryptbreaker. But I was position 5, so.
I just trolling my friends. Do you think position 5 is a bad position to be?
Look, I don't want to open the can of worms now because I am the
Which is your
least
favorite
I'm the
position?
least familiar. But it seems like
I'll attack for
the
3.
middle is
No exert. I
really
don't
bad.
think.
You going to combat?
I am.
I'm gonna kill it.
Interesting.
I don't want the exert option to even exist.
7/7 trample.
Okay. That happens.
Did you say 7/7?
I'll play Direfleet Daredevil, exiling your removal spell,
Oh no.
and I will remove
Which one?
the one I can
the spell.
exile.
The spell. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah.
Of course.
And then I will deal 3 to your Marionette Master.
And you're at 10. I will sacrifice a tapped servo to scry.
Okay.
You lose 1.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Scry to the bottom. I will do that once more.
Okay.
You lose 1 to the bottom. And I'll do it a 3rd time. 6 to 7.
And I'll pass the turn. If you...
I'm still thinking about
Yeah,
my
Marionette
final-
Master's
final-
still
Oh,
in
sure,
play.
sure, sure.
I'll leave that one there.
Okay. -3 on the Marionette Master.
And then I will sacrifice the Marionette Master for value.
Sure. You got it.
Sky one again?
Look at it again.
I have faith.
I'll sacrifice your Marionette Master. Pass the turn.
I got a first strike guy. That's pretty relevant. I'm going to cast Legion Vanguard.
You got it.
Perfume. And you've got
It's just
blocks.
another massive special. Just tapping into that.
Pass.
How do you feel about putting a bunch of scrolls more in your cube? Just
I mean,
so
you
that
do
can
it, right?
Sacrifice.
I think you do. All right, I'm going to
Living.
black Rakdos Carnarium, picking this up.
This sounds good. Whatever it
That's
is.
a good start.
Discarding the swamp. Make myself a little 2/2. I think I... man, this is hard.
You'll see.
I know what card it is. I'm not sure exactly. I remember.
Maybe
what
there's
it
something in
does.
the air.
I'll go to combat.
Sure.
As you can... What? You've got multiple mana, so...
What is that?
Am I? So let's see. Do you know what's on top of your... You do. No, you don't.
No, he knew the Legion Vanguard was on top.
Oh, no, nothing.
All right, I'll go to combat. I'll attack you for 2.
I'll block with the squirrel.
Sure.
And I
Speed
will,
bump, R.I.P.
I will use the exploring thing.
Sure.
And since I now know what that does, due to the current draft environment, I'm going to draw a card.
You got it. All right. We have fun here. I'm going to play Plague Splitter.
Sick. That's cool.
What is
Remind me what it does.
On my upkeep, all creatures take 1 damage, as well as players.
There's 2 paragraphs
And
here.
when it dies...
It does the
as
same thing
well.
when it dies,
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Doomsday Clock is in play.
I'll pass the turn, I guess.
6 to 7. All right, well, we'll make
Reminds me of a
speed hump. His brother.
story of someone reading Mirroring Crusader to their opponents that asked what the card did, and it was like, it's a 2/2 double striker. It has protection from green.
Jeez.
Obviously, the opponent was playing black.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
That's cheating!
I think it was. I don't know what the current
ruling on it is, but at the time I think that was a legal play because that person doing that trick
We'll have faith.
was actually a judge, a pretty high level judge.
Pretty high level D-bag, if you ask me.
What does it actually do?
It has pro green and pro black. They just omitted the relevant part of the rules text when their opponent asked them what it did. Which I think should be illegal if it's not. It's a close game.
It is. I'm frankly surprised. I thought it was over at Marionette Master. I really like this card, and I know it's a recent edition, right? I think it's sweet. It's it feels like you're like a power level swap for Plague Engineer. Yeah, I think
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I didn't make this one.
They're pretty close in power level.
Are they?
No.
This is much better.
Maybe this,
I'm just gonna play land.
this is going to kill more things right here than Plague Engineer would have.
Back to you.
Is your deck cube? I trying to do like old.
all right. Upkeep trigger
Mostly.
on the stack.
You got any?
You have
effects?
priority first. So
I
you have to act
I'm going
before.
to pass priority.
So if you pass priority, he doesn't get to make a zombie.
I know. How interesting.
And also
But that would be dumb.
some
That's silly.
that you
So
have
I'm
the
not gonna
new
do that.
frame and not the OG.
We're gonna explore.
Are you going to respond?
Draw land. We'll do that again. Token pile. Goodness. Drawn 2 lands. All right.
Okay, still on the stack. I have priority.
Somehow I retained it between those 2 activations.
No, I think it's just gonna go.
Bye.
All right, now I'm sorry. These are untapped.
And 1 damage to each player.
And 1 damage to each player.
Ooh.
So I'm at 5. You're at 6.
No, vice versa. You're at 6. He's at 5.
Okay.
See how you're on that side of the screen?
What did I say?
That's you said I'm at 5. You're at 6.
I believe you.
It's pretty funny though. It's I can't say I've not been struggling with that.
All right,
position.
I'm gonna play Abbot of Carol Keep.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll play the Carrion Feeder, I guess.
Hello.
Man, look at all these X ones.
More grist for the plague mill.
All right, I'll go to combat.
Okay.
If I attack so these have not taken damage. These both have 1 damage marked on them. So you can block. Sack.
My guy has a hat, so he was safe.
His hat got destroyed, but
Yeah, the shield token is gone.
He'll find a different hat at the end of turn.
Man, this is interesting.
explore to the hat store. It is pretty interesting, honestly.
Black cards are sick. Is basically what we're talking about here.
I mean,
Should we go
Yeah.
today, or?
I think I just pass. Like I
Yeah,
can.
think I went from like being invested to being bored.
You too? Shit.
I think we're gonna
this is a really weird combat step.
we're gonna run down the clock. I'm gonna pass to you.
Little guy.
Yeah, I can't forget. Stop sign.
Sport bomb.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, unless you're going to attack, you might as well explore now, right? Because it's never going to get to block.
But I have all of the mana I'll ever need. I'm just gonna do the magic signposts and just not make up my mind. Okay.
That's cooler to sacrifice with the trigger on sack.
We're gonna play Priest of Forgotten Gods.
That one doesn't gain you life, right?
Yeah, you just lose 2.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Good.
get
Good.
an
Good. Good.
mana.
Good. Good.
Yeah, forward. Play a
Nothing to see here. Just a red player making sure nothing gains any life. Not even a point of life.
And I'm going to draw a card.
Okay.
Played that land this turn. Okay, I pass.
All right. Now I got decisions.
Plague Spitter's doing something.
It's definitely
I love that
doing
that little
something.
big
That
ugly
little
guy.
disgusting tick that's the size of a
Just-
building.
So nasty and a freak.
It's not a bug.
It's a horror.
Phyrexian horror.
It's clearly modeled after a giant Phyrexian. Creepy
All right,
crawly.
but with the trigger on the stack, I will sacrifice. I think the abbot to Carrion Feeder.
Similarly, I will sacrifice this guy to explore. I get a counter for the first time in my life.
That's a lot. Well, hold on. Well, so how does Explore work?
I reveal my top card. If it's a land, I draw.
So do I have to choose to do something before you reveal? Well, I guess.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but your best priority is too late.
Well,
he
no.
could have done
The
something
Explore
before
trigger is
Spark's
on the stack.
activation of
Yeah, I know, but
Explore.
I'm saying he didn't let you.
He didn't like.
You're not.
he
You're
didn't-
not supposed
you
to
have
be.
quick enough.
You need to make your decision before you see the card.
Right, but there was no interval.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. You were fast enough.
You're both gonna get a game
It's my lightning
warning.
reflexes.
Okay, sure.
I think you should leave.
Yeah, it gets a counter.
Taking the lines
Who keeps taking the lines?
in the play.
Took all the good
I
nachos.
don't remember.
That was one of the unsung ones too, I think.
We also both took a damage.
I did not realize we actually finally resolved the
Yeah,
damage.
yeah. You have
Hopefully that wasn't too a game breaking of a thing.
No. You're
And for
good.
what
You're
it's worth,
fine.
if you wanted to do 2, I can always have
It
just
still
done
has one
with
damage mark on
with the
it.
result. I could have done it again, but not been able to block. I guess.
I mean, in the end, I can't imagine it mattering because it was a 2/2, and now it's a 3/3 with the damage on it. So like,
Maybe he's got a 1/1.
no, it's always
Maybe he's got Heartless Act, Julian.
Yes.
Maybe he just wants to play correctly.
Yes. But there was no point where Levitar could kill it. I mean, Levitar,
It's got 1 damage marked on everything, so that's not great. All right, I think I'm still passing the turn.
I think you are too.
Yeah.
You've got 1 card with
I
a
mean,
hair
nothing
on
really
it.
changed. Hey, I
And
thought
there's no
I
other
didn't know we were playing the pube.
onboard things that I need to be aware of other than Carrion Feeder, that thing popping off.
Yeah,
You can deal himself 1 damage with that till first spring.
that's true.
That's the other.
No, I mean you can
onboard.
sacrifice Plague Spitter to force the issue. I'm gonna make a squirrel if you're passing the whole turn.
The entire turn.
At the end part of your end step phase, and then we're gonna draw. 4 to 5.
4 to 5. What could you possibly have?
Not very many life points.
I don't like the counting. The counting's not fun.
Counting is fun. You're never gonna believe my weapon craft enthusiast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make some servos.
Okay.
I believe.
Actually, so sorry, hold on.
Yeah, so
the
it's an
weapon
ETB.
craft
It's an
trigger
ETB.
is on the stack. I'm thinking.
So I don't have to make up my mind. Is what we're saying.
I think you have to say what you're
I
gonna
I
do.
think so. Yes.
I
When you
think.
put the trigger on the stack, which
Right, you don't have to make up your mind until I've made up my mind.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. In that case, make up your mind.
If
In
I
that
had
case,
had a
then,
chance
do
to
that.
think. I'm gonna make dudes, just like I wanted to anyway. That's the plan.
Dudes on the stack.
You got some dudes.
Dudes resolve.
Dudes rock.
I just want everybody to watch. All right, this is going to YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want everybody to know I was up at till 3 a.m. watching Bluey last night. So
Why were you doing that?
I'm just so curious about what your like the
Texture of your life.
texture of your household and the things that happen.
knowing that those are your like activity you actually choose to do. Like you don't like come watch Theo like sometimes.
If you're
Jamie
doing that,
said-
if you're
and
doing
do
that in your
that
spare
thing.
time, at least entertain a child while you're doing it.
I also want to say we watched Bluey right after finishing the Twilight Saga. It was great. We had a charcuterie board. We had wine. It was all
we had a
blood
charcuterie
themed.
board. We,
Did you dye the wine?
watched Akira, followed by
No, we didn't know we were gonna
Caillou.
watch Bluey when the night started out. Yeah.
It just came on.
It's like one of those like live channels that YouTube just kind of auto played into, and we were just like, all right, yeah. And
I
it
can't,
turned
believe
out
you're, I can't believe you're doing this to him, James. You're such a torturous person.
That priority really matters here. So.
I mean, not really.
Forgotten Gods definitely just deals 2 damage to James, right?
Yes.
Right.
So how?
It must be whatever that card is.
Well, what I'm trying to say is like, if there's math that I'm missing here, I just want everybody to know why.
You're not missing math.
It's
I
all
don't think.
Chili and Bingo and Bluey and Bandit.
All of this happened last night.
Those are the names of the dogs from Bluey.
What the?
Is this like Paw Patrol? I'm casting Sling Gang Lieutenant.
Now that one drains.
Now let's see
bitch.
what the hell is in your hand.
Now that one drains. I think you just got there.
Oh, man.
Oh man. Oh beans.
For what it's worth, it is also an ETB, so act now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Wait, no, you don't. You're at 5. I keep losing track of this game.
Yeah,
I'm at 4. You're
that's
at 5.
that's the issue. If it was 4, it'd be a lot easier.
You are the next level.
Oh no, you are gonna have it. Well,
You are
Oh,
at 5.
I'm at
He's
5.
4.
Okay.
yeah, no, I think you're still fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm over here, so I was looking at my life total that's closer to me.
Yeah, that's why I don't normally
The whole
point
game.
That's why I don't normally
Yeah.
point the screen at people
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah. Okay,
confusing for
okay,
you.
okay. That makes more
This
sense.
is part of
now.
why I was asking why you were torturing
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm sacrificing Plague Spitter with this on the stack to deal
1 damage to each
1
player.
to us.
In response.
Okay.
I'm gonna activate the priest.
I guess it's not technically 3/4 yet. It's still 4.
Okay, I take 2.
Pop the servos.
Moving for Plague Speeder to 1.
Wow, this game.
And
You
what
take
is-
2. Go to 3.
You lose 2.
Mhm.
Sack a creature. I make black, and draw a card.
So this is still on the stack.
Yeah.
That's on
Well,
So
the,
is-
ET,
so
the
is the
ETB,
damage
the
from Plague
ETB is
Spitter.
on the stack, presumably.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
So
It doesn't matter.
these are all in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
crossfire.
You should probably do it in response.
It does absolutely matter if the ETB is on the stack or if the card is on the stack.
No, I mean like the ETB at the very least.
No,
No,
the
no, no,
ETB is
no.
on the
This
stack,
is
you
on the
lose.
stack. Yeah,
Oh. Okay.
because it can stack itself.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is on the stack.
Duly noted.
Y'all, I had it right the first time.
All right, sure. I've drawn a card. I've got 2 black floating.
Okay.
Do we
so,
go to Plague Spitter damage now?
Um,
Let that resolve.
yeah, use
God,
one of the
what a
black
g-
to explore.
Sure.
Do you want to respond to the explorer?
No, you got it.
All right, 1 black floating. Do it again for another counter.
Sure.
Sacrificing this.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna deal 3 to you.
Am I dead?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I think you definitely should have just done that
I mean, I thought
your
I
turn
thought
before you let him untap with the Priest of Forgotten Gods,
Right,
which
that-
was summoning sick.
this all requires me to know that I had 1 more life than Nate and not 1 less.
Well, I'm sorry. It's got your
No, 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 no,
name
no.
and your face and
It's-
everything.
It's my fault.
You didn't understand was because you didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. I had Bluey on the brain.
I blueyed myself.
Oh my goodness.
Almost 10 minutes.
We got to
Don't
know.
forget us. Don't forget the hundreds and thousands of YouTube viewers that lost collectively multiple weeks.
You can lose 20 minutes, you remove Centaur.
I just want to do the thing 1 time.
You and me both.
You got to already play like 9 permanents 1 turn with Bolas of Citadel. What else is the thing?
I told you should
You'll
have
see.
retired, and you
Maybe.
don't listen to me.
That's good content.
Should we go upstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, there's nowhere down here to play.
It's a very important card. Good luck. Be safe. Make good choices. Is my bag down here?
Is your bag down here? Did you bring his whole bag or just the cube boxes?
I brought the whole bag.
Oh.
So it
Must
should
be
be
down
right
here
next to
somewhere.
you.
Oh, here it is. Ignore the Sadie hair on it.
Some magic with Johnny's bag.
Boo!
So now I need to
This time I think I'm cutting these two
Yeah, I
to
got
put
some
these two back in. And we're just gonna see.
All right, game 3.
Yeah, I had
Feels
before the
it went by so fast.
I might have 4 lands in my hand.
Uh-huh.
I was like, man, this sucks. I wanted to play the Witherbloom Campus as a potential extra scry, but like, what world is that to live in? Man, I had a Overgrown Tomb in my like pick list the whole draft until I realized it's not in here.
Yeah. Just Sacred Foundry. And is that it? The only Shockland, I think? No, also Stomping Ground.
Stomping Ground's in there too. Oh,
Yeah, rude. I would have given anything for a Watery Grave.
yeah.
So yeah, what is there a kind of consensus on Roto pick order priority like hierarchy? Because
No, I don't think there's a consensus.
Maybe
Some
not a
people prefer being on the ends, but the best argument for that preference is just that they don't want to have to. They effectively have to like be at their computer for half as many picks because they make 2 at a time.
Oh, for
As
me,
a-
it's you have more control over announcing your game plan when your picks are close together. Like I
like
had to
being in the
worry
middle.
about James so much in between each of my and like they're so distant.
Well, but see, once the draft gets going, though, like
This draft was like we weren't.
the trade-off is having like the entire table pick twice before you get to pick again, which is like pretty bad. Ultimately, I think it's kind of neutral. The only like advantage might be conferred in like the very, very early turns where you have like a different choice. I do think in the very, very early picks, it's probably a little better to be a little more open in the center and to like be a little more committal on the end. But I think once the draft is going, like you still make a pick and then, you know, the rest of the table makes a pick before you get to make another one. It's just that whether you get to make consecutive or divided picks.
You keeping?
If you're in the middle on the next one, I'll trade you. I'll be in the middle.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah, I'm keeping my hand also.
All right, let's reveal hands real quick if you don't mind.
I guess.
Starting with Nate, who's on the play.
Okay,
I'm presented without commentary.
No commentary.
All right, my turn. Yeah, it's a hand. It's a good one. Hopefully, I get to do I think James Jowers' classic opening move, which is fun. Draw for turn. All right, I'll go to 19. I'm gonna get a mountain. I'm gonna tap it to cast Bomat Courier, attack you for 1,
Bonk.
and then after that I'll pass the turn once I'm done with all the.
Triggers.
Yeah.
Putting the card in play, actually.
I will pass it back.
Okay. Draw for turn. I'll play Carrion Feeder.
Sure.
Go to combat.
Okay.
Attack for 1.
Wasn't expecting an interesting decision this early.
Regular cube.
That's fine.
Okay, take 1. Pass to you.
I'm gonna play Blood Artist.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
Go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Attack for 2. Trigger.
Cards in hand. A million.
6.
I'm gonna cast Fungal Infection on Carrion Feeder.
Fungal infection looking OP right now.
I will sacrifice it to itself.
Sure. Drain for 1. No blocks.
Take 1.
18 all.
Carrion Feeder was the real OP because no way could I resolve that and get a token.
Abbot of Carol Keep.
I should have waited one more turn. Yes!
Darn.
We love it.
Alright, I'll play the Fiery Eyelet from my hand, and I'll pass to you. We're just going to play a Rot Farm. Mm-hmm.
Watch the black mana dissolve into nothingness, and then cards in hand.
4.
I'll pass.
Draw. Play a swamp. Play a Crypt Breaker. I would like to go to combat.
Yep.
I will attack with both. Trigger.
3 cards left.
In my hand, yes.
No blocks.
All right, take 3. Past you.
One tap. One draw. Play a swamp. Pass it back.
Yeah. All right, play a mountain for the turn. Go to combat.
Yep.
Attack for 3. Trigger.
With the Bomat trigger on the stack, I'm gonna Collective Nightmare it.
Okay, I will respond. I will Lightning Strike the Blood Artist. I will sack the Bomat Courier, discarding a Silent Clearing and a Fiery Temper. I'll take 1 and Fiery Temper you for 3. So 1, 2, 4. Take.
Sure.
And then this is exiled. And I've already played a land for the turn, so I'll pass to you.
9. Oof. I'll play a land. 1, 2, 3. That one needs 2. Citadel.
Hell yeah.
Pass. Yep. Here we are.
shock you for 2. Attack for 4. No blocks? Okay. I didn't know if you had.
Sorry. No effects.
And I will madness or a spectacle Rick's Mighty Reveler, discarding 2 lands to draw 3 cards.
Cool.
And I'll pass the turn to you.
Relevantly, he is basically out of burn. We've seen Fiery Temper, Lightning Strike, Shock,
Yeah. Forest.
just for your own benefit. Like
Courser.
Grim Lava Mancer is
Yeah.
the last thing left, I think.
Order Pod.
Yep.
And I will pass.
Top card is revealed now.
Draw.
Yep. Didn't hit that green the way that I wanted. Oh well.
I'll go to 15. I'll read the bones.
Sure.
Okay. Prowess trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll keep these. You have 2 mana up. I know the. Okay. Ulcerate the Courser.
Okay.
Prowess trigger. Lash of Malice the Courser. Go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Attack.
Block the Abbot and
Take 3.
ping the Crypt Breaker.
Oh, sure. Yeah, makes sense. Past you.
I'm at 1.
You're at 1.
I wish it was a 1 mana card. All right. We'll Squirrel Nest.
Okay,
Make a squirrel and equip it.
sure.
Play a swamp. Pass.
Draw a card. I think that seals it.
Show it off, fam.
Draw.
Man, that was close. You needed every card to actually close this out.
Dreadhorde Butcher.
Haste. Ooh.
Combat. Attack with everything.
I'm gonna activate. Use the squirrel's activated ability to deal
Deal
1
one to
damage to
yourself?
myself.
Okay.
The Chad move.
Good games.
Yeah, I kept no green mana in the opener because I had
Sure.
Blood Artist and Citadel. That was the closest that I was gonna get to doing.
Yeah, it was a really tough one. I'm not sure if I would have kept or not. I was thinking about it.
I can't mulligan on the play. Like it's just.
Part of
Mulligan
the
3
part of the
lands
stuff
on the
is that
play.
one of your other cards was Squirrel Nest, and it's like that's almost like you already are mulliganing. And then it's like,
Yeah.
how many 6s are better than that 6 minus Squirrel Nest?
It was also the complete dissolution of fungal infections usefulness because
I
of
did
Carrion
not.
Feeder.
Yeah, I did not see Carrion Feeder fizzling fungal infection at first. I'm glad I stared at it for a little while.
Yeah, I
was it right
wondering
to
if
point the fungal infection at the Bowmat Courier? Because he
before
didn't.
Carrion Feeder resolved, yes, but otherwise no.
But even after it resolves, I mean, I think the Bowmat Courier is a bigger problem, and if he sacrifices it to
Yes.
Carrion Feeder, then he doesn't
Yeah.
get to draw the cards. And
The
at
options
that point,
were all
it was
balancing themselves out in my head, and I guess I had the Collective Brutality for the feeder later, and I was just going to hope that
the collective
the red
nightmare.
Collective Nightmare, yeah. The red wouldn't be, or rather, do it when it would be a swap, not when. But he managed to play all of his cards at the same time, so it was a gamble. The initial thing was to point the fungal at the carrion feeder, but then my brain said, "Oh, but it won't give you the token because he'll sacrifice it." And then I was like, "Okay, well, maybe." It kind of just all.
It was
fumbled
weird.
itself.
It was very weird.